Roma Wines present
Suspense.
Roma Wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
Salud.
Your health, senor.
Roma Wines toast the world. The wine for your table is Roma Wine, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
This is the man in black here to introduce this weekly half hour of Suspense. Tonight from Hollywood, we bring you Mr. Orson Welles. Mr. Welles will appear as star of a suspense play called The Marvelous Barastro, from an extraordinary story by the distinguished American author, Ben Hecht. But before we raise the curtain on this evening's tale of suspense, here is a message from your host, the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California.
Distance lends enchantment, says the old proverb, and it seems borne out in such little episodes as these. Let's pretend we're guests at the smart and handsome Pan American Club, Havana, Cuba. An American visitor is amazed that his Cuban host can picture the marvelous climate and rich, fruitful soil of California without ever having been there. But the Cuban responds, "One sip alone of wonderful Roma wine tells me all that. Only true perfection of climate and soil could produce the perfection of your splendid California wine, Roma wine." Well, that's so. And as Roma wines become available to wine connoisseurs of more and more lands, the chorus of praise grows for the truly superb quality of these good Roma wines. No wonder, then, these wine experts of other lands are so eager to import Roma wines, no matter what the distances from our own California. And no wonder, too, that these taste-delighting Roma wines, with no import duty to pay and without expensive shipping charges added to their cost here, are America's largest-selling wines. With such richly rewarding enjoyment within your reach, why not get acquainted with your favorites among Roma Wine's many different delightful wine types? Remember the name, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
And now with The Marvelous Barastro, produced and directed by William Spear, and with the performance of Orson Welles, we again hope to keep you in suspense.
This is William Spear. 3 weeks ago, I was seated in my office poring over possible future stories with which to hold you in suspense when a stranger appeared unannounced.
I am the Marvelous Barastro. I've come to tell you a story.
How did you get in here?
I am a magician by trade. I do such things. Perhaps you've heard of me, Barastro.
No.
I am the greatest magician alive. No, that is not so. I am the second greatest. But soon I will be first. I am leaving tonight for Mexico City. You see me now for the first and last time. You will never see me again. No one will ever see me again. It is the last of Barastro.
How's that?
I'm going to Mexico City to murder a man. His name is Rico Sansoni.
Why are you going to kill him?
Because he's the most evil man in the world. I've been waiting 20 years for his name to appear. For as long as he chose to hide, there was no hope. He's too clever, far too clever, even for me. But I knew that his vanity would betray him and that someday I would read again the name Rico Sansoni. I knew he would return to the stage.
Is he a magician?
The greatest to ever live, the most profound, the most subtle, and the most evil. He's greater than I. He begins his first performance in 20 years in Mexico next week. I will be there to see it.
Well, I would like to hear your story.
I can tell you all but the end. That I will be unable to provide now. But you will find it out for yourself.
Well, I'd like to hear what you can tell me.
I will tell you, Mr. Spear, but on one condition.
And that?
I must have your oath not to interfere.
Oh, really now? You can understand I can scarcely give you that. After all, I can...
Very well. I will take my chances with you. The story begins 20 years ago. I was a young man. I traveled as a magician with a small carnival through southeastern Europe. One night we came to a village in Malo, Russia. Our cymbals sounded, our torches flickered in the spring wind, and the villagers gathered around our tents and wagons. I had taken my place in the black box outside my tent. There were holes in the box through which I could watch the crowd while the barker made his announcement.
Barastro, the marvel of marvels. Barastro, the magician, who speaks with the dead and reads the secrets of life.
At this moment, I saw her for the first time. Her young and gentle face surprised me among so many peasants. I said to myself, what a strange girl, what a beautiful child. I kept watching her. I couldn't keep my eyes away from her. At length, an old peasant led her in, holding her by the hand. I saw at once that she was blind.
My granddaughter would like you to tell her future. Can you tell my future?
Yes.
Will it be a happy one, my future?
Hold out your hand, and I will tell you.
Here.
A dark mist passed over me. I felt a sudden chill as I touched her hand. I listened to the voices which foretell the future. Sorrow, sorrow, they breathe. Pain and sorrow. Fly, run. I studied the girl's face, a fear gripping at my heart. Her large, sightless eyes were calm, resigned. I could not bring myself to tell her what I saw. The spirits promise you happiness. I lied. Your hands will touch beautiful things. Love and delight will await you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
That was the beginning. Her face haunted me that night. I could not sleep. I made inquiries the next morning and I found her. We walked through the hills. She did not need my hand to guide her. She knew every stone, every turn of the path. She spoke of the trees around us. She had strange names for them.
I call that tree Lullaby, because it sings when it sways in the wind.
Lullaby?
And that one, see? With its branches open towards heaven. I call that one Prayer.
How do you know its branches open toward the sky?
When I was younger, I climbed it.
Anna.
Come, I'll race you to the bed of flowers at the turn.
Anna!
Hurry, I run fast.
We walked often through the hills. I knew that she was aware of her destiny. The stars had told me she would not live long, and that agony and terror waited for her on the short journey. Our caravan remained for 2 weeks in the village. At the end of that time, I asked Anna to come with me as my wife.
You make me very happy, Shari. I could live only with you.
I will love you with all my heart.
And you will teach me, Shari. You will teach me to see.
To see?
Does one need eyes to see as you do? Shari, you will teach me to see beyond the horizon. You will teach me to see as you see.
We were married. We rode together in the gilded wagon, and the vows were taken under a clear sky. Suddenly, the sky changed. It was only then that I realized what I had done in seeking to save her. I was fulfilling the terrible message of the stars. For it was I, Shari Barastro, who was the instrument fate had selected for her ruin. Then it came. One night, as I stood in the black box outside my tent, I knew that I needed no further word from the mists of prophecy. It was there. It had come. He stood among the peasants before our tent, a graceful figure, smiling, leaning on his cane, a man of the world, amusingly out of place in this faraway little village. I looked at him through the holes in my box. As I looked, I turned cold. I watched him, and I felt afraid. He was studying Anna. Never once did he stop looking at her. My temper is quick and fiery. I went up to him as he was watching Anna. How subtle he was, how graceful. I seized his arm and demanded to know what he meant by staring at my wife. He removed my hand as if I were a child. I can tell you there was something terrifying in his strength. I most humbly beg your pardon for this misunderstanding. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rico Sansoni. I'm a student of the occult, traveling about the world in search of knowledge. Inside of me, I feel that girl has remarkable psychic powers. I'd hoped to be able to induce her to join me as my assistant. Soon planning to go on the stage, but now that I know she's your wife, I apologize again for my seeming forwardness. Oh, I suppose there's nothing to do but to accept that apology. And you, madame? Anna, I think it is fair, Anna. Anna?
No, I have nothing to say.
It was thus Rico Sansoni entered our lives. Little by little during the days that followed, he attached himself to us. We listened, Anna and I, to his tales. He'd been everywhere, seen everything. He brought the world into our gilded wagon. In his presence, I always felt elated and flattered. Thus does a man move in the grip of his destiny. Thus do we dig with our own hands the appointed grave for our happiness. For one night, Anna came to me and took my hands and told me something that made my heart grow black.
Shari, Rico Sansoni has made love to
Anna.
me. I've done nothing wrong. I'm afraid of Rico. I tell you this so you will understand my fear.
You want to tell me about it now?
Yes.
Tell me then.
Rico came to me this afternoon while I was alone. He took my hand and held it gently in his. I suspected nothing until he asked me if I loved you and how deeply I loved you. Then he asked me if I loved you more than happiness or life. I took my hand from him and said, I cannot talk of love to you. Even of my love for my husband. Please go.
Yes? Rico.
Well, she's told you. Sorry, forgive me. For a moment I grew weak. Let me remain your friend. I brought you both some flowers. I picked them myself. Will you accept them? You won't accept them?
Of course we will, my friend. How could I have doubted you? I understand. Come, forget the entire incident.
You are kind. Really, you're kind.
This was the third month of our friendship, and now I began to feel it was my companionship he desired, not Anna's. We spent long hours together. Without Anna, under his care, my mind was expanding, my powers developing. He seemed interested in my every move. And again I was flattered, lured, disarmed.
You have a funny way of saying the word, beautiful, my friend. How is it you say it?
Beautiful.
That's it.
Beautiful.
Is that right?
You're telling me about the Houdini method of respiration.
Oh, yes, so I was.
Beautiful. Huh?
That's very good, I think. I like you, Sonny. I like you very much.
Amazing, isn't it? Amazing how one can be drawn in by flattery and charm.
Then one day I was sitting in my tent. When a curious sense came over me, I felt a pressure on my heart as if a hand were closing around it. It was a warning. I left quickly. I hurried to the apartment. Anna had remained there. She frequently did in the afternoon. I found myself running toward the door. I paused, waited until I'd recovered my breath, and then forcing a smile to my lips, opened the door. Oh! I saw Rico. Standing with his arms around her wrist. Her face raised to his lips. Speechless, powerless, I looked at him. I heard her voice murmuring words of love. Her arms moved around his neck and she kissed him. Then I heard his voice. Anna, my darling.
Shari, my love.
Anna, my darling. My beautiful darling. The sound of his voice, a horror seized me. Now I knew why he had spent so many hours with me, why he was so interested. It was my voice. It was Barastro talking. It was a voice that seemed to come from my own throat, a horrible, familiar voice, and I understood what had happened. I sprang forward, shouting his name, Rico! He turned and faced me, pointed his finger at me as if he were an image in a mirror. Rico! He echoed. Murder was in my heart. I flew at this monster. We struggled across the room. He answered my cries with cries that echoed each note, each inflection of my voice. I saw him through my rage. His face was contorted like my own. His every feature had changed. He was Barastro. There were two Barastros, screaming together, tumbling over each other. He held me in his hands that were like steel. I could not move or cry out. His hand was on my throat. I lay gasping, crazed. And it was Barastro who was holding me. Then this horrible and familiar figure changed. It became Rico. It was Rico Sansoni who spoke. The breath was leaving my body. I was strangling, dying, yet I could hear him. Barastro, God, you're killing me. Sorry, have mercy. I'm dying. His voice was faint. I felt in this moment the agonies of 100 deaths. For as my eyes grew dark, I saw with horror the thing he had in his mind. He was pretending it was I who was killing him. And thus he would kill me and go to her. As Barastro. It would be Rico Sansoni who would be buried. It would be Barastro who remained. For a moment I caught a glimpse of his cold, ruthless eyes burning now over my face as he enacted his false death, groaning, pleading for mercy. And the strength drawn from the soul filled my lungs. I cried out with all my might, Anna! Anna! Knowing that by this she would understand it was I who was dying. And darkness seized me. An hour had passed when I opened my eyes. My head was splitting, my throat was stiffened. I raised myself and looked. He was gone. I saw her. She was standing in the corner of the room, crouched against the wall, her hand against her teeth, and staring into the terrible dark around her. Anna! I whispered to her. Anna! It is I, Anna. I, Shari. Anna! Oh, God. Anna, please. Anna, darling, listen to me. Anna, give me your hand. Anna, listen, it is I. It is I, Anna, Shari, your husband, Anna. Listen, Anna, remember, Anna. Remember when we first kissed? Anna. That time on the hill, Anna, remember? I called you little princess, remember, Anna? And Anna, about your trees, Anna, huh? About lullaby, the names you had for them, lullaby and prayer. Anna, one with its branches pointing toward heaven, the one you climbed, Anna, please. Anna, please. Please, Anna. It is I, Anna. Come here, listen. Listen carefully, Anna. The spirits promise you happiness. Your hands will touch beautiful things. Love and delight await you.
Oh, Shari.
Oh, my darling. My Anna, my sweet.
Oh, Shari, hold me close.
Yes, my darling. Oh, he's hurt you, what he's done. There, my darling. It's all right now. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Rico had disappeared. We laid our plans, Anna and I. As soon as she was able to walk, we abandoned the carnival. We were inseparable then. She could not bear to have me away for a moment. I understood everything in her soul. Yes, even the trembling that would seize her sometimes when I took her in my hand. It was I alone he could not deceive, I alone. To anyone else, he could become Barastro. Even to her, whose senses had learned every breath, every inflection of the man she loved. Even to her, he had been Barastro. The months passed. Our life had become again almost like a honeymoon. Almost, I say, for there were nights when I would awake to find her fingers tracing the contours of my face. Then it was I pretended to be ill and remained at her side. We said nothing, but we knew the shadow in each other's mind. Everything went smoothly, though, until one evening, when I entered the cabaret where I was performing. I felt unusually disturbed. It was winter. I was removing my coat when it came again, as I had known it would. The warning, the hand closing over my heart. I ran from the place and raced home. I entered our cottage by the back door quietly like a thief, and I stood listening. From inside, I could hear her voice.
Darling, you're ill again. I'll take care of you, darling. I'll make you feel better.
Anna, my dear Anna. How I love you. He was back. One doesn't reason. One does not reason in the midst of a nightmare. Yet terror can wake the mind to a clairvoyance, an understanding beyond thought. I stood motionless, silent, listening. The light was turned out. I heard her laugh. Laugh like a child in the dark. And this sound killed me. Yes, one is dead forever. When happiness is torn from the heart. I wanted to rush into the room. I wanted to shout, Anna, Anna, don't touch him. He's Rico. But instead, I slipped quickly from the house. I walked in the cold streets. My thoughts returned. I had acted out of one clear impulse. Through the terror and agony of those moments when I heard him take her in his arms, there had remained the certainty above everything else. I must save her. And I knew I had acted wisely. Had I rushed into the room, had I made a noise, she would have died. She would have known in that moment, as I knew listening to him, that he had been there before. That he had been there before. That he had crept through our defenses as a shadow creeps, and we had not known. I thought of them together as I walked, and then I thought again that I had only to rush back to speak her name. Yes, and destroy her. Destroy her. I kept on walking. And as I walked, I began to understand him. Yes, I was dealing with a monster. He would manage to leave her, as he must have done so often before, a few moments before I was due to return from the cabaret. And if I sensed something was wrong, he would rely on my love for her to keep the sense a secret. He knew me well. He understood I would allow my heart to be eaten away with grief. And I would not make a sign lest I destroy her whom I love more than myself. It was I who must be careful, not he. Yes, he knew me. He gambled on me. I determined to kill him the first moment I saw him. And I began to think of his superhuman strength, that he might kill me, even as he had first intended, and that he would go on living with her as Barastro. She would never know I was dead. She would continue to love me in his arms, to press her kisses upon my murderer. And this was the thought that contained the fullest measure of horror. The thought of that moment when she would see him. And not me. You understand the grief? The grief of that night? Yes, it is fortunate. I cannot remember it all. I returned home. At the time, Rico wanted me to. I wasn't careful about my coming. I trusted him. Do you understand? I trusted him that out of his evil, he would spare her, as I spared her out of love. I entered the bedroom, opened the door and walked in. She was alone. Anna. Anna, dear. Anna! Anna, it's I! It's I! It's not Rico! It's I! It's I! Anna! Anna! This is my memory of Anna. My memory. She seized her face with her hands as if she were tearing something. Yes, the darkness. As I rushed to her, she fell. She did not speak again. In the morning, she died.
That is the story, as nearly in Barastro's words as I can remember them. When he'd finished, he got up quietly, looked at me a moment, and said, "Thank you for listening to me, Mr. Spear. You understand now my prediction that there will be one less magician alive in the world within a fortnight." And he turned and left my office. I must admit that the whole thing shook me rather badly. I've spent the whole week wondering if something might happen, something I couldn't predict. This morning, I think perhaps it came. At least, while I was reading through the theatrical weekly Variety, and my eye caught a notice, you probably saw it too, of a magician who had been killed in Mexico City. The account said that 2 magicians had been together in an automobile accident. While driving through the rail yard district, their car stalled on a track and had been demolished by an oncoming train. One of the magicians, unidentifiable, had been cut to pieces. The other, miraculously, escaped with his life, although his features were so horribly disfigured that plastic surgery will have to create a new face for him. The survivor identified himself as the Marvelous Barastro.
And so closes Ben Hecht's story of the Marvelous Barastro, starring Orson Welles. Tonight's tale of Suspense. Before Mr. Welles returns to our microphone, a message from the sponsor of Suspense.
Why is the making of good wine like a proverb? Because both are based on long experience. For you to enjoy the many different taste-delighting Roma California wines, first there had to be long years of painstaking cultivation of some of the world's finest vineyards. Plus, year upon year of development of the art and skill that go into the making of these fine Roma wines. Your first sip of any of the good-tasting Roma wines will confirm the presence of these needed years of preparation. Will tell you why Roma wines are America's largest selling wines. Your taste will thrill to the superb quality and the downright satisfaction when you try, say, the tangy, delicious Roma Sherry, or the rich, hearty Roma Burgundy, or the sweeter, heavier Roma Port. You'll be thrilled, too, when you learn such great enjoyment costs so little, mere pennies a glass. You'll want to add your voice to the international praise of Roma wines now rising in many lands. In these words, Roma wines are truly magnificent. Let me repeat the name, R-O-M-A, Roma wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
This is Orson Welles. It was a great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, as it always is, to appear as a purveyor of suspense. And next week, Mr. Spear would like me to tell you that Mr. Ed Gardner, better known to you as Archie, the elite proprietor at Duffy's Tavern, will make his debut as a dramatic actor. Mr. Spear has also asked me to mention that Orson Welles played the part of both magicians on the program tonight. Universal Pictures would like me to mention that Orson Welles plays a magician in a new picture of theirs called Follow the Boys. Or is it Orson Welles?
Next Thursday, same time, you will hear Ed Gardner, radio's famous Archie, in Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Now, Roma Wines present Suspense. Tonight, You Were Wonderful, starring Lena Horne. Suspense is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you Suspense. This is the Man in Black, here for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you as star the remarkable American singing actress, Miss Lena Horne, who has recently returned to Hollywood following a triumphal Eastern tour to resume her picture career at the studios of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, in whose Technicolor production Ziegfeld Follies she will soon be seen. Tonight she appears as a noted entertainer called Lorna Dean, who found herself embroiled with dangerous intrigue and murder in a South American capital. And so with You Were Wonderful, and with the performance of Lena Horne, We again hope to keep you in suspense.
Hola, Johnny.
Huh?
¿Qué hay de nuevo? ¿Qué hay de nuevo, Johnny?
Oh, sure.
Sombrero.
Yeah, check the sombrero.
Good evening, Mr. Whittington. You wish a table?
No, thanks. No, I'm just browsing. Is Ronaldo... Oh, there he is now.
Oh, hello, Johnny. Hello.
Hi, Ronaldo.
Well, sit down. Have a little supper with me,
No, thanks. I'm not hungry.
Well, come on. Sit down anyway.
All right, anything to please you, sweetheart. Tell me, how's business?
Oh, fine. Great. Every time I get a bad break nowadays, Johnny, I get 2 good ones right after.
Say, when did you ever get a bad break?
Well, you know Jackie, my little singer.
Yeah, sure, I know.
Of course you do. Well, Jackie is quitting.
Oh, that's too bad.
And who do you suppose I'm getting? Just by the merest accident. Who do you suppose I'm getting to take her place, huh?
All right, I'll bite.
Lorna Dean.
Lorna Dean? Oh, you're kidding.
No. What do you think of that, huh? Very good, huh?
Well, if you'll excuse the aspersions, Ronaldo, I think, what does a dame with an international reputation like Lorna Dean want to be singing in a third-rate cabaret like this for?
Oh, no. Second rate, maybe, but third rate, no.
All right, second rate. But you can't pay her a tenth of what she's used to getting. And what is she doing down here in Buenos Aires anyway?
Oh, now, what you want to ask a lot of questions for? She's going to sing. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, I guess it is. She's terrific, all right. Tell me, when does she start?
2 weeks from tonight.
Why did Jackie quit? It's kind of sudden, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. She's nervous lately. She wants to go back to the States, I guess.
Oh.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah?
When are you going back?
To the States?
Uh-huh.
Oh, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whenever this war's over.
Don't you think you better go home maybe a little sooner, huh?
Look, I don't want any lectures on my patriotism, if that's what you mean.
But who's giving lectures? Down here we are, we are neutral.
Yeah? Well, all right, that's what I am. The U.S. is okay, it's fine. It just happens that it never did so much for me that I feel like getting knocked off for it, that's all.
Sure. I don't want you to get knocked. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Your health, Johnny.
Do I take that 2 ways or only one?
One. Listen, Johnny, listen. I see these things before. Sometimes fellows stay around these places so long they forget all about home. And then one day, finish.
I pay my bills, don't I, eventually?
Johnny, don't talk that way. It's only because I like you, you know.
All right. Cut it.
Okay. Here comes Jackie now.
Alma del África lejana, llena mi pecho, mi... ¡Ay!
What's happening?
¡Ay, Dios! ¡Ay!
What's the matter?
Come on, Ronaldo.
I don't understand. She wasn't feeling well. Why didn't she tell me? She didn't have to go on.
Coming through, please.
Please stand back. No. What's the matter with you?
This woman has been drugged, apparently.
I am a doctor. Oh.
Mr. Ronaldo,
What do you want? I have no time now.
I want the job, now.
Job? Oh, it's you, Miss Dean.
Couldn't you even wait until they looked the poor kid over before coming
Did
here?
I ask you anything? Look, Mr. Ronaldo, I'm sorry for the girl, but I'm a singer, not a job sister. I was going to start in 2 weeks anyway. I might as well start now.
Well, all right then. Until Jackie can come back to finish out.
Oh, yeah? It'll be about the longest run on record then.
What do you mean?
This young lady is right, Senor Rinaldo. This girl is dead.
Dead?
Do you still want the job, Miss Dean?
Yeah, I still want the job.
Tonight, for Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you as star Miss Lena Horne, whom you've heard in the prologue to You Were Wonderful by Robert L. Richards. Tonight's tale of Suspense.
Roma wines made in California are of such uniformly superb quality that they are imported to many foreign countries as the choice of true connoisseurs of fine wines. Millions of Americans also enjoy the excellence of Roma wines daily, with meals and when entertaining. In fact, more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wines. They know that Roma wines are truly inexpensive,
or wines of such distinguished character. They know Roma wines are of unvarying superb taste and quality, the result of age-old winemaking skill combined with modern knowledge. All this for only pennies a glass. So for maximum mealtime enjoyment or when entertaining, serve Roma wines. A cool glass of appetizing Roma California sherry before dinner, a cool bottle of rich Roma California Burgundy on the table with the meal. You'll appreciate the enthusiastic comments of the family and guests. You'll be pleasantly surprised at how much added zest Roma wine brings to your table. Tomorrow, ask your dealer for R-O-M-A, Roma wines. If he is temporarily out of Roma, please try again soon. Remember, more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine.
And now we return to the scene of our drama, Rinaldo's on the waterfront of Buenos Aires, where a famous American entertainer, Lorna Dean, takes the spotlight from a dead girl to begin the strangest singing engagement of her career. A situation well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Embrace me, my sweet embrace of you. Embrace me, my irreplaceable you. Just one look at you, my heart grew tipsy in you and you alone bring out the gypsy in me. I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you. Don't be a naughty baby. Come to your mama, do. My sweet embraceable you.
How was it, Johnny?
You ask me that question every night. Don't I always give you the same answer?
Maybe I just like to hear it.
All right. You were wonderful, okay?
Okay, we artists, you know, gotta hear that thunderous ovation.
Hello there, Johnny.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Well, business acquaintances, you know 'em?
Well, that tall one has been giving me the glassy eye all through that monocle the last 3 nights. They're coming over. Maybe you want to talk to them.
Well, Johnny. Oh, please don't go, Miss Dean.
Oh, that's all right. I've got to argue with Ronaldo about a baby pink spot. You know, we artists. See you later, Johnny.
Okay. Sit down, Mr. Holland. Hi, Stingle. Good evening.
Terribly attractive girl, what? My favorite singer, too. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Johnny, here's your remittance for the week.
Oh, okay, thanks.
And in that connection, old boy, I'm afraid I must tell you that we're not too satisfied with your work.
Well, maybe I'm not too satisfied with the job.
Oh, if you're not, it doesn't require such enormous intellectual powers that we couldn't find someone else to do it, you know.
Oh, keep your pants on. I didn't say I was quitting, did I?
And look here, old boy, all we ask you to do is report their names when they enter the harbor and their sailing time when they leave. Now, that's easy enough, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Only to find out those things, the guy has to ask questions. And when you ask questions, people ask questions back. Don't forget that.
Oh, you have been reading too many spy stories, Johnny.
After all, even if there's a war, some of us are still in business. And when you are in business, sometimes it helps to know when your competitors are shipping their goods. Huh?
Yeah, okay. The guy likes to know what he's working for, that's all.
About Miss Lorna Dean. I didn't know you were a particular friend of hers, Johnny.
Not particular, just friends.
She took Jackie's place, yeah?
Yeah. And there's a couple of questions that nobody has ever answered about that either.
I suppose there are. Too bad.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather like to have a talk with Miss Dean.
What about?
Oh, singing.
I didn't know you were such a particular lover of music.
Oh, rather. Quite go for American folk songs. Primitive, you know. Stir the blood. What?
Yeah. I wish he comes back, and if you want my advice...
I didn't ask for your advice, old boy. Now, you just run along for 10 minutes.
What for?
I want to have a little private talk with Miss Dean. And you don't know enough about music.
Okay.
Hey, Johnny, just what Ronaldo... Hey, Johnny!
I'll be back when I'm wanted.
Oh, please, Miss Dean, do sit down.
Well, what was all that about?
Let him go. All the better for me, you know. Now I can talk to you.
Lance, perhaps you better not.
Oh, nonsense. It's quite all right. Well, Miss Dean, it's nice to see you again. I'm still wondering why America's favorite thrush is singing here.
Oh, I sort of like the place. I wanted to help Ronaldo out of a jam.
Jolly good. I must confess I have a weakness for the place myself.
Oh, have you?
And how do you think Buenos Aires stacks up with Rio and all the other gay capitals of South America, eh?
I like it. My tour didn't take me here, but I just couldn't leave without seeing it.
Yeah. You know, I've always been a great admirer of yours, Miss Dean. I've heard you sing, I don't know how many times.
Oh? Have you been in the States often?
Oh, no. England. Shortwave, you know. Your voice carries very well over the wireless.
Oh, you're English?
Austrian. I lived in England most of my life, though. Down here on business. War, you know. Oh, terrible thing, this war.
Yes.
But I'm afraid it's been awfully disillusioning to a lot of people. Take your people in America, for instance. Not much for them to fight for, is there?
Well, a lot of them are fighting just the same.
I dare say. Anything better than what they have at home, eh? Strange war, though. The Japanese, now. I understand that they have certain very progressive policies towards the colored races.
Except toward the Chinese, I suppose.
Yes, well, Chinese, backward people, you know, always have been communists and so on. Confusing just the same, isn't it? All this race business.
I suppose it is to some people.
Now they're the Nazis. Shoot devils. All this talk about a master race. They don't mean a word of it, you know.
Can't we talk about something else?
Oh, yes, of course, my dear. Now let's talk about your music. You know, I'm really quite a fan for American music. A bit unbalanced on the subject, actually, I suppose.
Oh, really?
Yes. There's so much so that I think I might have a little financial proposition that would interest you.
What are you?
Are you speaking to me?
Yes, go on, get out of here.
You know what you're saying. What possible reason can
I
you
don't know anything. I don't have any reason. I just can't afford to get into trouble myself. Maybe I just don't like your face. Now go on, get out.
Now see here,
get
Ronaldo.
out and don't come back.
Oh, very well. Come along, Stengel. Good night, Miss Dean.
Good night.
Ronaldo, you're making rather a bad mistake, my lad.
Ah, that's what you think.
That's what I know. Good night.
Well, with my pals, the bums rush, they run all over.
Johnny, why do you want to hang around with guys like that?
I don't hang around with them, I just do business with them.
Sure, fine business.
What do you know about it?
I don't know anything yet, for sure. I just smell a couple of rats. Now you go home too, Johnny. We're closing up. Go on.
Okay, Ronaldo.
Hey, Johnny, you left in sort of a hurry, didn't you?
Well, maybe I had orders to leave in a hurry.
Well, I kind of thought that might be it.
I guess it didn't matter much. You seem to know the boys pretty well.
Oh, I meet a lot of people in this business.
Oh, sure. What they want?
How did you know they wanted something?
Because they generally do. What was it?
Oh, they just wanted to make me a sort of proposition.
What kind of a proposition?
Well, I don't know.
But what?
I think it had something to do with singing.
Uh-huh. You gonna take it?
If there's money in it.
Don't you care if money you earn has blood on it?
No. Do you? 'Cause he's done something to me, and my heart won't keep still. Give me 1 dozen roses, put my heart in beside them. and send them to the one I love.
Bravo, bravo. Splendid. She couldn't have done better myself.
Is that the way you like it?
Oh, yes, yes, rather.
You ought to feel flattered, you know. This is the first time I've given an audition since I got my start in show business.
I do hope you didn't mind, but I just couldn't resist asking you to sing it through, now that we've concluded our little business arrangement.
And that's all there is to it, huh? I just sing it.
That's all there is to it.
Well, you're paying for it. I just wish it was a song I did better.
Oh, cut out the false modesty. I'll bet you were wonderful.
Oh, hello, Jordan.
Hi, Stingle.
You're up early, aren't you, old boy? Still daylight.
I haven't been to bed. I was sitting up with a sick friend.
Oh, no, not that old chestnut.
Only this time it's not. I was with Ronaldo, I suppose you heard.
Oh, yeah. Too bad.
What's the matter with Ronaldo?
Oh, nothing, no. He's dead.
Dead?
Yeah.
Sudden, wasn't it? Anyone know yet what happened?
Death by natural causes, Stingle. And his wife, you know, is scared of the police. And superstitious besides. Didn't want an autopsy. And, well, anyway, that's how it stands.
Yes, of course, poor woman. Then I was in a position to do a little something for her.
Oh, were you?
Yes, I rang up her lawyer as soon as I heard. Seems she doesn't feel like trying to run the club all alone, so I bought it.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, and so you see you're working for me now, Miss Dean. It won't make any difference, of course.
I see.
Well, I must be running along now. See you this evening.
Bye.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you're working for him now?
Oh, we're working for him, huh, Johnny?
Is that how come the command performance you were giving right then?
No. I didn't know anything about anything then. He just said he wanted me to sing that as a request number once in a while. That's all.
How bad does he want you to sing it?
Bad enough.
And you don't sing it until he tells you to. Is that the deal?
How do you know so much about it?
Because I'm not dumb. Well, you gonna do it?
Why not? You'll pay my expenses.
A lot more expenses than poor old Ronaldo could pay, huh?
Well, turning it down won't bring him back to life, now will it?
You're really a cold-hearted little thing, aren't you?
Listen, Johnny. I'm entertained because I like it. And because it's the only way I can make enough money to live halfway like a human being. With money, I can do what I want to, more or less. I can live where I want to, go where I want to, be like other people, more or less. Do you know what even that much freedom means to somebody like me, Johnny?
All right. But you don't need money so bad you have to make it this way.
What way?
You know what I mean.
Do I? All I know is they want me to sing a song.
Yeah, but why?
I don't ask questions like that. But if you know so much about it, why don't you tell me?
Maybe I can't.
Because you're afraid of sticking your neck out, huh? But you asked me to trust you.
Oh, Lorna, don't you see?
All I see is you want me out of the picture. Well, I'm not leaving. You're working for them. So am I. You've got your reasons. So have I. You won't talk. Neither will I. Let's leave it like that, huh?
Okay. But from now on, you're on your own.
Ha, that's funny. I've always been on my own. And it isn't just the money. Maybe it's something you wouldn't understand. But I know what I'm after, and I'm going to get it.
You said it there, sister. You're going to get it.
Who is it?
It's me.
Ah, come on in.
Hi, Lorna. Taxi.
Oh, not special.
Oh, I thought maybe you had your orders.
What orders?
Oh, to sing that song tonight.
Yes. How did you know?
Oh, a little birdie told me. Look, I got your present.
What is it?
A little portable radio. It's a good one, too, made in the States.
You know I don't speak enough Spanish, so that thing will do me any good down here.
Aha, but don't forget the short wave. Short waves, wireless, what?
Okay, Johnny, what's the gag?
Oh, just something I want you to hear. You probably won't be able to understand it, but fortunately, in me, you have an accomplished linguist. Anyway, I can tell you now.
Rote Rosen, wer die fünf, alles bereit hier? Warte Nachricht von euch heute Abend. Rote Rosen.
Well, that little gadget, the wireless, huh?
That wasn't Spanish.
Right. And I'll give you 3 nice big guesses what it was.
Johnny, wouldn't it be easier if you just up and told me what you came here to tell me?
Don't play innocent. Don't try to tell me you don't know what this is all about.
Well, maybe I just want to know how much you know.
I know. You said I was afraid to stick my neck out. Well, all right, listen to this. That guy you just heard talking is the captain of a German submarine about 15 miles outside the harbor.
How do you know?
Because I saw it. And there's a convoy that leaves this harbor regularly to take stuff from South America to our guys in England, and they're leaving tonight. And all that sub-captain out there is waiting for to plow into that convoy and sink every ship in it is the tip-off. And the tip-off is you.
Me?
Oh, stop it, will you? What do you think Harmon wanted you to sing a particular song at a particular time for, and a song that's at least 2 years out of date at that, if it wasn't to tip off somebody? You know your stuff is broadcast. Come on, use your head.
Listen, Johnny, if you know all this, why didn't you tell me sooner?
That's my business. Maybe I wasn't sure until now.
Business. Yeah, business is just about the right word for it, isn't it?
Okay. I didn't expect any thanks for it. But they're just using you for a fall guy, that's all. Oh, listen, Lorna, listen. You've got your life ahead of you, a great career back home, popularity, everything in the world to lose. And the stuff in those ships is going to save the lives of Americans.
Coming from you, Johnny, that's real cute.
All right. All right, so I don't have a country anymore, but you do.
Johnny, listen. You remind me of a preacher I used to know back home. He figured he was such a good preacher because he knew so much about sin. He said he'd sin more than anybody else in the whole congregation.
Go ahead. Laugh. Laugh, but I'm telling you for your own good. Get out of town.
I can't, Johnny. I've got a date to sing tonight, remember? Who is it?
It's Harmon. What about Kitty for you this evening?
Oh, time for me to go on, huh? Okay, I'll be right there.
Right you are.
That's it. I'm going to spot you in, because if you sing that song, as far as the public in the States is concerned, you'll be washed up for good.
Who's going to sing anything, Johnny?
Oh.
It's a sure thing you won't.
Well, he'll get back somehow. And you know what happens if you don't sing.
What?
Remember what happened to Jackie?
What did happen, Johnny?
She tried a double-cross. And the same night she was dead. Now laugh that off.
I haven't forgotten. By the way, Johnny, suppose I tell you that I knew all about that submarine out there.
What?
Now you laugh that off. You better get out there and listen with your friends. Your table's ready.
Oh, there, Johnny. Over here. There you are, old boy. Here. Here's the best table in the house.
Well, you're feeling great, aren't you? Business must be pretty good.
Good. Oh, boy. Tonight it's perfect.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Tonight, I want to sing a song. I want to sing something that's been made a special request. It's a song that's very popular in my own country, and I'm sure it is with many of you down here. My country is of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
Well, you don't look very happy, Harmon. You surprised?
Yes. Yes. Come along, Mr. Kendall. Yes? You'd better wait here, Johnny.
Yes, sure. Anything you say.
Oh, Miss Dean. Miss Dean.
Yes?
May I have a word with you?
I suppose so.
Perhaps we'd better step out into the hall.
All right. Well?
That was very naughty of you, Miss Dean.
Was it?
Yes. That wasn't the song I asked you to sing tonight.
That's right. And by the way, don't waste any time looking for that submarine of yours out there.
Submarine?
Unless you look awful deep. Because when I found out what you boys were doing, I arranged a little tip-off of my own, and what you heard me sing tonight was it.
Oh, Kendall. You'd better get it over with.
No! Johnny!
Come on, let's get out of here.
What about...
They won't make anybody any more propositions.
Well, where are we going?
The American Embassy.
Well, are you with the government?
It had to be an undercover job. The authorities down here couldn't very well get mixed up. After all, it's a neutral country.
But how did you know I wouldn't...
cut the wires. It wouldn't have gone out over the air, even if you had. What was your angle?
I knew Jack. She told me she was in trouble with me. She never had time to tell me what it was about. I came down to talk to her about it that night. She was home this morning when Alden's wife told me that he found out about the submarine out there. That's why they had to kill him.
You were taking an awful chance playing a lone hand like that. Why did you do it?
Oh, just to get in my licks at the master race. Johnny?
Yeah?
How was I?
You were wonderful.
And so closes You Were Wonderful, starring Lena Horne. Tonight's study in Suspense. Suspense is produced and directed by William Spear.
Have you discovered, as so many thousands of Americans have, how much Roma wines add to the enjoyment of your meals? How their superb taste makes special occasion feasts out of everyday meals? Find out for yourself what a marvel worker Roma wine can be in giving any meal a new compliment-rousing zest. Start off the meal with an appetizer, Roma California Sherry. Then place on the table a cool bottle of Roma California Burgundy. You'll be amazed at the tremendous difference Roma wine makes in the enjoyment of your foods. Don't overlook this easy way to add extra enjoyment to everyday living at a cost of only pennies a glass. Take a tip from the millions who enjoy Roma wines at meals when entertaining. Ask for R-O-M-A, Roma wines. Remember, more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine.
Next Thursday, same time, Mr. Robert Cummings will be your star of Suspense.
Presented from coast to coast and by shortwave through the Armed Forces Radio Service to our troops overseas by Roma Wines. Made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California presents Suspense.
Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Mr. Joseph Cotton as star of The Earth is Made of Glass, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you Mr. Joseph Cotton in a remarkable tale of
Suspense.
Good morning, Dr. West.
Good morning, Miss Adams.
Well, there's one bed vacant this morning. I see that 436, Mr. Steele died, 4 a.m.
Yes, I was there. Coronary thrombosis.
You're not terribly concerned, Dr. West?
Why should I be especially concerned?
Well, the day nurse, Miss Rosenberg, said that you and Mr. Steele
You girls
were...
gossip too much.
Yes, Doctor. But I understand there's no family. What am I going to do with Mr. Steele's things?
What things?
Well, his overcoat. This parcel was in it, this book. He said it was his journal, and he told Miss Rosenberg you were to have it. He said it had important scientific data.
Well, give it here.
Yes, Doctor.
Journal of Richard Thomas Steele. Important scientific data, I'll bet. I still can't figure out what was eating that guy. What he had to say to me that was so darned important. Why do people want to keep diaries? July 26th, not a fruitful day. The weather this morning was heavy, sticky. Lord knows what crazy stuff he's written here.
July 26th, not a fruitful day. The weather this morning was heavy, sticky. I stayed indoors with the blinds drawn, spent 3.5 hours arranging and cataloging a shipment of books. And I must say I gloated over my new volume of Bacon, Gold Leaf, Uncut, 1836, a treasure. In the afternoon, I ventured out to play chess with Eliot. He's an uninspired player and a worse conversationalist. I'm appalled that a man of Eliot's pretensions still wallows in 18th and 19th century thought patterns, twaddle and sentimentality. He's totally unaware of the potentialities of modern science. It was so apparent to me when we got into that argument over Ralph Waldo Emerson. I was thumbing through a volume he had of Emerson's essays, a cheap reprint at that. And I was annoyed by a paragraph in the essay called Compensation. I must have snorted because Eliot fairly leaped at me.
Well, certainly I think there's compensation. For everything. Tit for tat, measure for measure, love for love.
Do you contend, Eliot, that no matter what a man does, it comes back to him?
One way or another? Yes, it does.
Then if I do good, I get good back?
Yes, I believe that, Richard.
And if I commit a crime, I'm of necessity punished?
Well, it depends what you mean by punishment.
I mean that I will suffer somehow for the evil I do.
Isn't that what Emerson says?
I want to know what you believe.
Well, I believe what he says.
Well, I'll read what he says. Discount the poetry, old man. He used lush language. Emerson says, commit a crime and the earth is made of glass. Commit a crime and it seems as if a coat of snow fell on the ground, such as reveals in the woods the tracks of every partridge and fox and squirrel and mole. You cannot recall the spoken word. You cannot wipe out the foot track. You cannot draw up the ladder so as to leave no inlet or clue. Some damning circumstance always transpires. The laws and substance of nature, water, snow, wind, gravitation, become penalties to the thief. Well, Eliot?
Beautiful, isn't it? You read very well.
Don't try to turn me off, Eliot. We're discussing his theory.
I don't see how there can be any argument. We know
a good deal more than Emerson knew, old fellow, especially about the laws and substances of nature. We've tested the substances, learned control over the laws, the scientific method, Eliot. It cancels out every word your friend Emerson wrote, let's say, in compensation.
Oh, the scientific method. I'd like to see it applied to some situations in nature, to human nature. All right, say you commit a murder.
Murder, very well, say I do.
Well, if you aren't caught by the police, and that can be managed by an intelligent man, you still won't escape. Call it your conscience. That's what Emerson means.
But say I commit a laboratory murder.
What kind of a murder is that?
Let me put it this way. When the police catch a murderer, they have found a connection between the murderer and his victim, motive and clues, right? And when a murderer is caught by his conscience, it is still because he is connected with his victim through his emotions.
I agree so far.
Well, how is a murderer caught if he is in no way connected with his victim?
Well, that's not possible.
I don't know. There could be a pure abstract murder, a murder occurring in almost a vacuum, a murder in which the only connection between the two participants is the unadulterated act of killing. July 28th. The weather continues warm, humidity high. Today I roamed around my library, read a little, thought a great deal. It's odd that I should keep referring back to my conversation with Eliot. Abstract murder, a laboratory murder. I jotted down one or two theoretical points today. It will be an amusing project in such hot weather. July 29th. What utter nonsense to think as I have of a laboratory experiment carried out in writing on paper. It's a contradiction in terms. The core of the scientific method is to prove theory in life, so let us prove the possibility of a pure murder. It must be someone met in an emotional and material vacuum. Someone with whom I have no connection. Someone whom I have no possible reason to kill. The preparations for such a murder are of necessity classically simple. This afternoon I bought my equipment.
Gloves, sir? What kind of gloves?
Oh, any kind of gloves.
But what do you want them for? Driving? Gardening?
I want gloves I can use for anything.
Well, we call these utility gloves.
Yes, those will be excellent, thank you.
What size, sir?
Any size, medium.
Well, now, these look just
No,
about...
no, I don't want to try them on. I'll take them as they are. Just wrap them up.
Yes, sir. Just as you...
You know, I'm very fond of a genuine old-fashioned hardware store, Mr. Jeremy, like yours.
Yes, a lot of people tell me that, Mr. Steele. Yeah. Anything special you're looking for?
I don't know. I suppose I'm just browsing.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what are those? Ice picks?
Yes, sir, and pre-war metal, too. You want one?
No, I have one. My, quite a selection. Screwdrivers and... there's something I want.
Oh, a knife?
One of those.
Well, to be fair with you now, those are pretty poor knives.
Doesn't matter.
Well, just no darn good as far as I can see.
The best possible recommendation, Mr. Jeremy. I'll take it. a meaningless knife, all-purpose gloves, knife and gloves new, factory-made, uncontaminated by human association, smelling only of the harsh, impersonal machines which turn them out. My first safeguards against the intrusion of emotion. In a laboratory, this procedure would be called controls. To complete the controls, who would it be? I must never see his or her face. I must never know his or her name, age, occupation, thoughts, or desires. I must come into contact with this victim as casually as though we were blown together by the wind. There can be no selection, no volition on my part except the elementary volition necessary to raise my arm to kill. July 30th. The exact record of what has occurred. I must write it down now while it is fresh in my mind. I will be absolutely precise and objective. Very well. Tonight, at some undetermined hour after dinner, I left my house on 74th Street with the new gloves and knife in my right-hand coat pocket. The only external circumstance I noted was that the air was hot, heavy, and still. But after all, everyone is affected equally by weather, so my consciousness of it was no limitation on my experiment. I walked an undetermined number of blocks, taking care to observe no street signs or landmarks. I observed only one thing, that there were many people on the street. In fact, I became aware only vaguely that I was pushing through a rather dense crowd, but I deafened myself completely to any specific words or conversation.
Brilliant recording. Brilliant, yes.
And although I imagined there was traffic passing in the street, I successfully blotted out all sound except for a dull roar. It seemed to me that the ominous heat had increased. The stillness of the air was almost palpable. Perhaps it brought me sooner to the final resolution of my plan. But when I found my progress through the crowd blocked by what I can only describe as a human, I raised my knife and drove it into the back with all my force.
I can't stand it. I can't.
I continued walking without haste, pausing only a fraction of a second to hear.
He's fallen. Get back. Give him air. Give him air.
To hear those few words. He's fallen. Give him air. He needed no air, I knew that. And thus, I heard confirmed my unqualified belief that I had taken without any possible consequence to myself a human being's life.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you as star Mr. Joseph Cotton in The Earth is Made of Glass by Sylvia Richards. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. First call to my dinners, says Miss Elsa Maxwell, is Roma California Sherry. For this delicious wine is a perfect beginning to a good meal. In fact, this famous hostess goes on to say, Roma Sherry is an ideal wine because you can enjoy it any time of day or night. Golden amber with a rich nut-like taste. Glorious Roma Sherry is at its most delightful best served cool. Roma Sherry, like all the famous Roma wines, is made from carefully selected grapes from California's choicest vineyards. Grapes gathered at the peak of their flavor goodness, when every grape is hanging firm and full on the vine. Then quickly, but gently pressed. Finally, by a process as slow and as old as time, brought to delicious liquid perfection by Roma's skilled vintners. Yes, all Roma wines are true wines, always unvaryingly good, bottled at Roma's own famed wineries. Enjoy Roma wines regularly for only pennies a glass. Remember, because of uniformly fine quality at reasonable cost, more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine. Always ask for Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma wines.
And now Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Joseph Cotton as Richard Thomas Steele in The Earth is Made of Glass, A play well calculated to keep you in suspense.
August 1st. I was unable to write my journal yesterday because of the excessive heat. I suffered all day from a headache and a vibration in my ears. I'm writing today only to have on record the final control in my experiment, my laboratory murder. To assure complete ignorance of the identity of my victim, I shall read no newspapers for a period of 2 or 3 weeks, nor hold conversation with anyone apt to be morbidly interested in murders reported in the tabloid press. Compensation. Tut-tut, Mr. Emerson. August 4th. The heat is unbearable. All day I have felt that odd, heavy vibration in my head. Now also in my arms and body. It is almost constant in a 1, 2, 3 rhythm, and sometimes it is a sound as well as a vibration, like the distant sound of the sea. I must consult a doctor. Last night I was kept awake by the throbbing in my head, and toward morning I was subjected to a new agony. Very softly at first, but louder and louder, like voices heard in delirium. My head became filled with an almost hysterical babbling.
Brilliant.
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 Appassionata.
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 Brilliant.
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 Appassionata.
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 Brilliant.
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 Appassionata. Appassionata.
Brilliant.
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 It is a nightmare. Not for an instant have the voices stopped or even paused. And they seem to keep time with the reverberation of my heart. August 8th. I have no need to consult a doctor. Now I know the nature of my illness. Last night I turned to music, trying to drive the unspeakable uproar from my brain. But when I put the records on the machine, the Frank violin sonata, and settled back to hear the first flowing melody of the violin, something happened. The music swelled and changed and became the Appassionata, Beethoven's Appassionata.
Brilliant.
Then I knew. I turned off the music. The devilish cycle began once more. The sound and voices rose to a bedlam, shrieking like the voices of fiends, rose to a dreadful climax.
Brilliant.
Appassionata.
In spite of every precaution, my murder had not taken place in a vacuum. My shield had been penetrated by those fragments of sound and speech echoing in my ears. Speech about a concert. Yes, I remember now. I read that Schnabel was to play an all-Beethoven concert in Carnegie Hall on July 30th. And the clanging of bells, that was the trolley going by on 7th Avenue. And I'd also heard and identified the roll and crash of summer thunder. That was the sound which preceded and punctuated a woman's scream.
I can't stand it. I can't. He's fallen. Get back.
What's
Get
the matter?
there.
What's the matter?
Well, it may be possible to drive all this away in time. But the other thing which sets the rhythm for the rest, the pulsing sound I hear. When I drove that knife home into a human being's heart, the vital rhythm of the heart, the mighty leap and contraction of the heart's muscle on the blade of the knife was transmitted back to me through my hand and remains indelibly recorded in the beat of my own blood. August 11th. While I am still able to reason, I must discover where I erred and act swiftly to correct my error. There is no turning back. The death I caused is a fact. I cannot banish it by wishing. For each day I remember something more. Today, the color of his hair. Photographed between the black collar of his coat and his gray hat, I saw it. Clipped, silky, reddish. And I had an insatiable desire to turn the head to see his face. There is one course left to me. I will reverse my plan. I will learn in every possible detail the person whom I killed. Learn to know him, construct a total portrait. Then, I will attempt to discard this portrait in its entirety. I beg your pardon, miss. Where are the newspaper files?
Well, I'll have to get them for you. What dates did you want to see?
The week of July 30th.
Which paper?
The Times. I'll start with that.
Just a moment.
I want them for the whole week.
Yes, well, here are all the copies for July, bound. And these loose ones are August so far.
Thank you.
They must not be taken out of the reading room. The reading room is to your right. Will you need them long?
It may take me some time. I don't know. I'm doing some rather intensive research.
Return them to the desk when you're through.
I opened the bound volume near the end and immediately saw his picture, page 1, center. The photograph was blurred, but without reading a word, I recognized him because he matched his hair. I mean, his face went with the back of his head, the one I had seen. The hair growing to a slight widow's peak, eyes widely spaced, gray over light blue, mouth wide, young and strong. Then I read the words above the picture. Young man slain in crowd. That was all I read because at a moment, someone spoke to me.
Pardon me. When you're finished with that volume, may I look at it?
It was impossible. It couldn't be. Standing at my shoulder, smiling. Young, apparently as alive as I, but it was. He was there. He, my victim. The face and the paper and his face were the same. I swear they were the same.
I'm sorry to bother you. The girl at the desk said you had the July volume of the Times.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Did I startle you?
Your picture. I'm looking at your picture.
My picture? Well, you mean in the paper? I don't see any picture.
He's dead. I know he's dead. I felt his heart leap like a fish on the point of my knife, then quiver and die. I saw him fall. I must believe that he is truly dead. And the dead neither walk nor speak. But today on Fifth Avenue...
Hello.
What?
What's wrong? Are you ill?
No, I'm all right.
You looked like you were about to faint. You're still green. Are you sure that
I'm all right.
Because I live right near here if you want to lie down.
No, please.
Well, it's up to you. I can't make you come, but I don't like to see anyone suffer needlessly.
August 20th. He doesn't like to see anyone suffer. Yet because of him, there is not one day, 1 hour when I am free from despair and fear. Yes, I accept him now. The dead do walk and talk, at least one dead man does. Inevitably, if I venture out of my house, he finds me. Today, I started down the subway steps at 53rd Street after I'd looked to make sure he wasn't anywhere nearby. But I'd gone only 3 or 4 steps when I felt my arm jostled and I turned.
Pardon?
Oh,
you again. I'll bet you think I'm haunting you.
Please, what do you want?
Well, look, I don't want anything. Let's just call it fate or something.
Why don't you let me alone?
I'd begun to think that maybe we were both to be spared this.
So had I.
If I were superstitious, I'd say we had some unfinished business.
Please, will you tell me something? Will you answer one question? Do you believe in compensation?
You'll have to explain what you mean.
If someone does evil, if I have done evil, must I get evil back?
Well, say it again.
Do you believe in good for good, evil for evil? Look, what about killing?
Well, there's all sorts of killing.
But senseless killing. Killing with no reason. What is the compensation for that?
You've asked a pretty complicated question of a pretty simple man. The only thing that comes to my mind right off is what it says in the Bible. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
That's what you believe?
Why, yes, I believe that. Is that any help to you?
Yes. Oh, yes. Anything you say would help. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, like a man. The price asked by the only one who can ask it. What will you have, quoth God? Pay for it and take it. Well, I'll pay. For I've learned that no event between two human beings can happen in a vacuum. We're all enmeshed, bound together through our blood in a pulsing net. And if one of us does violence to another, he does violence to himself. Very well. This price I am glad to pay. There is no other way.
Hello. Are you awake, Mr. Steele?
Where am I?
You're in Washington Hill Hospital. How do you feel?
Hospital, but I mustn't. I have to die.
Not if we can keep you from it.
I have to. Did I bleed much?
Bleed?
From the knife.
You had a heart attack, Mr. Steele. Coronary.
No, I tell you here, I stabbed myself here. Where's the doctor?
Lie down, Mr. Steele. The doctor will be here in a minute.
I have to make him understand. I promised to die.
You promised? Well, here's the doctor now.
Yes, but you. Of course, you.
Well, Mr. Steele.
I tried to tell her. I tried to tell her that I have to die.
Call another doctor for this patient, nurse.
But, doctor...
You tell her. The earth is made of glass. That if I don't die, you'll always find me. I know that. But tell her. Tell her the evil thing I have done so she'll let me die.
Dr. West, his pulse.
Emerson said it. I carry a malignity in me. But when I die, I make square the eternal account. Make square the eternal account.
Well, Miss Adams, that's all there is. The Journal of Richard Thomas Steele.
Doctor, I don't remember reading of that murder. Do you?
No. No, I don't.
Who was the man he met? Who was it he thought he'd killed?
It was me,
You, Dr. West?
just as he described it. First in the library, and in the drugstore, near my home, on buses, in the park. I couldn't imagine what was bothering him.
But who did he kill? Really?
I don't know, but I have an idea. Where's the package you found in his coat?
Right here. Shall I open it?
Yes, go on. You see?
The gloves. And the knife.
And they've never been used.
Then he never killed anyone.
No. Richard Steele never drove a knife into a living back. But in his way, he killed. In his mind, he killed. I guess old Emerson would say even for that kind of crime, there's compensation. Commit a crime, and the earth is made of glass.
Roma Wines have brought you Joseph Cotton as star of The Earth is Made of Glass. Tonight's study in Suspense.
This is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines, the sponsor of Suspense. These days, says Miss Elsa Maxwell, world-famous hostess, more and more people serve only one dish for dinner, with a salad and probably a sweet. That's why I'm sure so many more people serve Roma Wines, because Roma Wines add so much to a simple meal. With a savory pot roast, for example, I recommend glasses of good Roma, California Burgundy, served cool. Now, that's a good suggestion from Elsa Maxwell, for Roma Burgundy is a handsome wine with a good, warm heart. Try it and discover how happily its tart piquancy goes with meats. And if you enjoy cocktails before dinner, you'll make better cocktails with Roma's full-flavored vermouth, sweet or dry, made and bottled in the heart of California's famous vineyards, yet surprisingly low-priced. Try Roma vermouth soon, won't you?
We would like to thank Joseph Cotton for appearing in the place of Clifton Webb, whose illness prevented his being with us this evening. Joseph Cotton appeared through the courtesy of David O. Selznick, producer of Alfred Hitchcock's Spellbound. Next Thursday, you will hear George Murphy in Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Suspense. Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Miss Rosalind Russell in Consideration, a suspense play produced and edited by William Spear.
Hollywood and Vine, driver. And can you make it snappy? I'm late.
Can I make it snappy? I got Autolite spark plugs. What's snappier?
Autolite spark plugs? Which type? Regular or resistor?
Why, resistor, my hurried huckster. Only Autolite resistor spark plugs.
Hold on, my haloed hackster. Let me say it. Only Autolite resistor spark plugs can give you smoother performance on leaner gas mixtures, greater gas savings, and double life under equal service conditions.
You're right there, all right.
Of course I'm right, and it's all because every Autolite resistor spark plug has an exclusive built-in 10,000 ohm resistor that permits a wider gap setting and makes all these advantages possible. So, friends, next time you have your car serviced, ask your dealer to install a set of Autolite spark plugs. Remember, whether you choose Autolite regular spark plugs or wide gap Autolite resistor spark plugs, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with Consideration and the performance of Rosalind Russell, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
Well, Gloom, don't I rate a good morning?
I'm sorry. Good morning, darling.
You know, the Masons have asked us to cocktails tomorrow. I told them I didn't know. I'd check with you. Oh, by the way, I'm completely out of aspirin again. Would you mind picking me up a bottle on the way? Charles, you're not reading the paper, are you?
No, Ellen, I'm not.
Oh, what's the matter?
Everything's the matter, darling. Everything.
Oh, what is it? Whatever. Oh, come, dear. Nothing could be as bad as the look on your face.
I'm afraid it's worse.
Well, dear, what on earth
We're
can...
in bad trouble, honey.
Charles, what do you mean?
Business has been pretty bad since the war. Our contracts ran out, and so you wouldn't have to go without. I took out a mortgage.
Mortgage?
On everything. House, car, even your jewelry. I figured on business getting better, but the note came due, so I paid it off out of company funds. Well, don't look at me like that. Tom and I had a Navy contract coming up that would cover it, and I wouldn't have to dip into our savings. But the Navy canceled, and now next week the auditors are coming in to examine the books, and I have to cover it.
Oh, why didn't you tell me?
I figure roughly we should have between $15,000 and $18,000 in the safety deposit box. I want you to go down this morning, take out $10,000, put it into a cashier's check, and bring it to my office before 3 this afternoon.
Charles,
I know. All I can say now is that I'm sorry, but, well, just do it, will you, please?
Charles, I've got to tell you something. I can't bring the money down to you this afternoon.
Honey, you have to.
Because there isn't any.
What did you say, Ellen?
Well, you know how I love to go to the races. You took me to my first one, remember, Charles? We went with Zell and Tom, and, well, you always used to say that if you lose, so what? You'd spend it on a nightclub and you'd hate the floor show, remember?
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know how it happened. I started betting here at home on the phone, and I got in deep and began doubling up.
Ellen, I'll go to prison if I don't have that money.
I had to catch us one winner. Just one, and I've been even. Just one, Charles, but it wouldn't come in.
I don't believe you. You couldn't do that to me.
Charles, in 1 month, I'd gone through $22,000, including some money I borrowed from the bank. Charles, I didn't mean to. Oh, Charles, don't hate me. Charles. Oh. That night, he didn't come home till very late. Very late. And when he did, he was different. He wasn't angry with me.
It's all right, darling. Don't you worry.
Oh, what are we going to do?
Won't be so bad.
Oh, you can't go to jail.
Of course not.
Well, have you worked out something?
Everything.
Oh, I'm sick. I'm so sorry. What are you going to do?
No worrying now.
Oh, but I do worry, and I should.
Darling, don't work yourself up. I've already made arrangements, and everything's going to be taken care of. Now, take your aspirin and go to bed.
Aspirin? Oh, even in the midst of all this, you didn't forget.
No, Ellen. I'm never going to forget anything that'll make you rest easier.
From then on, he began to work a great deal at night. Work for hours alone in his little laboratory that he had built out there in the garage. I could feel a tension mounting inside me, building and building and building till my nerves became so taut that I couldn't sleep. The least sound awakened me. One night in particular, I thought I heard the muffled whine of a dog in our backyard. We had a high wire fence completely enclosing our grounds. It would be impossible for any animal to get in. I raised up on one elbow, listened intently. There it was again. I got up and went to the window. Saw nothing. There was no reason to arouse Charles. He'd worked late out there again. I slipped on a robe and went down the stairs. I opened the back door. Then again, this time it was distinct. There was no doubt. It was coming from the laboratory. I walked across the yard to the garage and waited. There were no more sounds. As I reached for the latch, I noticed that my hands were wet. And then I stopped. There was a new lock on the laboratory door. In the practical light of the next day, I convinced myself that I had a very bad dream, and that I'd better watch my nerves. That evening, Charles brought home a dinner guest, Bill Dover, an old friend of the family and our insurance agent. After dinner, Bill leaned back, lit a cigar.
Well, how about it?
What, Bill?
The insurance, darling. He's talking about increasing our policies.
Oh, well, I don't know, maybe sometime.
You've come a long way. Your standard of living is higher. If something should happen to either
Well,
of you...
maybe things seem more prosperous than they are. Right now, I don't think we can even...
Let him talk, Ellen.
But you...
See, we have a new family plan. Talking to Chuck about it this afternoon. Where both of your policies could be increased to $30,000 apiece. In other words, trebled. While your premiums would only be twice what you're paying now.
But we can't afford anything like that right now. Don't you agree, dear?
Well, if there's anything we can afford, it's this. What? We've discussed it before. Right up the face.
Oh, well, as the fellow says, I just happen to have them here in my briefcase. This is very wise.
But now, please,
no,
wait a minute.
I don't mean it as a salesman. Insurance is always a wise investment. Security. It isn't pleasant, but should something happen to either of you, the other would receive $30,000. That's security.
I watched with a sort of numb helplessness as Bill filled out the papers. Charles signed his name and handed them to me. He looked at me, and then he lowered his eyes. I looked down at the application form that he put into my hand. It was a mass of fine print, all those clauses. But one word jumped up at me. One word that stood out as if it were printed in bold type in big letters. The word was murder. I found myself reading, suicide by the insured within 2 years, following date policy is in effect, voids all claims. Murder of insured by beneficiary, or any party connected in a fraudulent manner with beneficiary in said murder, voids all claims. Any fraudulent act.
30,000. Well, Ellen, sign it.
Yes. Yes, of course. That night, Charles did something I'd never known him to do before. He got drunk. Bill left, finally, about midnight, and I got Charles upstairs somehow. I helped him out of his clothes, and he stumbled into bed and fell into a troubled sleep. I reached down and picked up a letter that had fallen out of his pocket. The letterhead said the City Health Department, Office of the Veterinary Surgeon. Dear Mr. Forrester, the autopsy you requested to be performed on your dog revealed no trace of poison any place in his system. Blood and all organs seem normal. Therefore, it is the belief of this office that your dog died of natural causes, probably a hidden heart ailment, and that there are no grounds from this examination to be suspicious of your neighbor. Sincerely yours, Dr. Lois Morrill, examiner. I stood there over my sleeping husband. All these terrible words that I had heard and seen tonight. Fraud, beneficiary, autopsy, murder. And two other words that Charles was mumbling in his sleep. $30,000. $30,000.
Autolite is bringing you Rosalind Russell in Consideration, tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Say, driver, how is it you know so much about wide gap Autolite resistor spark plugs?
I used to have a set of worn-out spark plugs, and this old buggy jumped and jounced like a bucking bronco. Then I heard a guy named Wilcox on the radio.
Oh, did he say that Autolite resistor spark plugs let your engine idle smoother than silk, run better on leaner gas mixtures, and actually save gas?
Yeah,
And did he say that with Autolite resistor spark plugs, your engine starts like a whirlwind and gets off to a galloping start in cold weather?
Yeah, he said that
Autolite resistor spark plugs have double the life of ordinary spark plugs under equal conditions?
Yeah.
Everyone with old, worn-out spark plugs should tell his dealer to install a set of Autolite spark plugs right away. Either Autolite regular spark plugs or wide-gap Autolite resistor spark plugs, because you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage our star, Rosalind Russell, with John McIntyre in Consideration, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
The next morning, I woke with a frightful sense of lurking danger. Charles was up and gone. There was a note that said, "Sorry, darling." As I got out of bed, I stepped on something cold. It was a key to a padlock. The key to the new laboratory. I went out there. I stood in the tiny room, a maze of odd-shaped bottles, test tubes, and boxes. I was about to leave when my hand brushed against the side of an old steamer trunk. It was ice cold and damp. It was locked, and I couldn't force it open. So I called a locksmith, and he came over. Please hurry.
You just slip this little rod in like this, a little turn, and...
Don't open it.
Oh, I thought you wanted me...
No, just open the lock. Don't lift the lid.
Well, I can't very well...
Don't lift the lid!
There. Hey, you always keep dead guinea pigs in trunks?
Oh, no, it was just part of an experiment.
What killed him? There ain't a mark on him.
Well, the experiment.
Give me my money.
Yes, of course.
Thanks.
After the locksmith left, I forced myself to look through the trunk. Nothing else in it. Nothing but a few pieces of wrapping paper. Wrapping paper with the words, Frozen Carbonic Company, Dry Ice, printed on it. Dry ice. A guinea pig. A dog. I got in the car and went to our doctor's office. Dr. Hanson might tell me.
There you are, Ellen. Now sit down here.
Thank you.
Now, what's our trouble, Ellen?
Jay, maybe I'm being silly.
Oh, nothing silly if it worries you.
Well, Charles has been puttering around his laboratory. You know how he does.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been doing some experimenting with dry ice. And I've heard some things about it.
Oh, what kind of things?
Oh, that it was dangerous. Say, if left in a closed room, it might even kill a person.
Oh, now listen. Of all the chemicals he plays around with, dry ice is the least of your worries.
Would it kill a person?
Oh, really?
Well, would it?
Well, I suppose it would. It evaporates into carbon dioxide gas, would actually cause suffocation. Heart would go.
There wouldn't be any trace of poison in the system. It would seem like natural causes.
What's that?
And then if it evaporated, there wouldn't be anything left, like water. No way to know. Nothing to trace.
What are you driving?
Oh, I don't know. I'm upset. I guess you're right. I am being silly.
Oh, now, look, Ellen. Charles is really a brilliant man. He knows exactly what everything he experiments with can do.
Yes, of course.
Of course. You didn't sleep well again last night, did you?
No,
I'll take 2 of those sleeping tablets and get to bed early.
Sleeping tablets?
The ones I gave Charles for you.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. That night I sat in the upstairs den. Read until my eyes burned without having the least idea what was written in the book. An hour passed by. 2, 3. There were no more sounds coming from the bedroom. Charles was asleep. I wanted to sleep myself. Desperately, I had to sleep. But I wouldn't go into that room with him. I remember hearing the clock in the living room strike 3. The night breeze shake loose a shutter downstairs. The distant cry of a tomcat, and then, unmistakably, I sensed a chill coming over the room, surrounding me. A pale light was filtering through the Venetian blinds. Morning was near. The room was like ice. Ice! Charles, don't!
Well, Helen, you fell asleep. I just brought a blanket for you. I thought maybe you were cold.
No, I...
You've been dreaming. Now, there.
I don't want a blanket.
All right. Here, take these.
Take what?
A couple of your aspirin. Here.
No. No! No, I don't want them! I don't want them! I apologized an hour later for getting so upset. I even made coffee for him before he left for work. I was wary now, you see. It was far better not to let him know that I'd found out. Then I'd have the advantage on him. And he wasn't able to deny it and change his tactics. So now I held the advantage, and I...
Hello, darling. Surprise.
Oh, Charles. You're home early.
Well, don't look so disappointed. Expecting the Iceman? Look.
What is it?
Open it up.
An orchid. It's beautiful.
Not half as beautiful as my lovely wife. And that ain't all.
More?
Lots. Tonight, my darling, we're going out. Dinner at the plaza, the show at the Green Hat, the gypsy violinist at Little Asia, and champagne. Nothing but champagne, all the champagne we can drink. We're going to pack into this night everything you ever wanted and ever loved. All the places we used to go. Tonight's yours.
Why, Charles?
Why? Well, does there have to be a why?
Usually.
Not with this husband.
Well, I mean, I don't
You deserve it. That's enough. Now, upstairs and into your best. Tonight's the night.
We started on the merry-go-round, but all that I could think of was, tonight is the night. We went to all those places. Charles laughed a lot, but there was something horrible in the back of his eyes. They didn't laugh. It was very late when we got home. There was one of those notices on the door you get when a telegram has been delivered and no one was home to receive it. He called Western Union, listened while they read it to him, and then he put his coat back on, came over and put his arms around me.
Helen, there's a new contract that came in this afternoon. I've got to go down to the office.
But it's nearly 3 a.m.
I'll call you when I get there.
Well, if you have to.
It's a rush deal, and I've got to figure out a formula so the boys can work on it in the morning. So, go to bed, dog.
Operator. Western Union, please.
Just a moment. Western Union.
This is Mrs. Charles Forrester, 1552 Carlton Manor Way. You sent a wire that was just read over the phone. My husband wanted me to get the exact wording. Would you read it again, please?
One moment, please. Here it is.
Go ahead.
Charles, tried reaching you by phone. Auditors still working on books. Call office immediately. Signed, Tom.
Thank you. The auditors were still working on the books. Charles's boss was trying to contact him. Well, Charles wasn't worried. He'd have the missing money and a little extra besides. The difference between $30,000 and... Hello?
Oh, darling. How do you feel?
All right.
I called to tell you that I wouldn't be home until very late tonight. Maybe not even until tomorrow. Something came up at the office, and I'll have to drive out of town.
Oh?
Now, I want you to go to bed.
I will.
You haven't had a good night's sleep in a week, and I'm worried about you. Take a couple of aspirin and hit the hay. Why don't you sleep in the upstairs den, and I won't wake you if I should have to.
All right.
Promise?
Promise. Goodbye. Tonight's the night. Yes, of course, he wouldn't be home when it happened. He'd be out of town. But then what? Where would it come from? Oh, my head was aching so that I could hardly see. I took 3 aspirin and sat down to wait for him. Hello?
Is Charles Forrester there?
Well, who's calling him?
Well, I'm terribly sorry to bother you at this hour, but I'm not sure that this is the Forrester I want. This is the Frozen Carbonic Company. You wouldn't know whether your Mr. Forrester ordered some dry ice for tonight.
Well, why?
Well, the plant's shutting down for the night, and this fellow made such a fuss about it, said it was so important that I wanted to make sure he found it. He said for us to leave it on the back ramp, but he hasn't picked it up yet. I guess he'll find it, all right.
You must have the wrong Forrester.
Oh, I'm sorry to bother you.
The upstairs den. That's why he wanted me to sleep there. A small room where dry ice could do its suffocating faster, more surely, more believably. And realizing it, why wasn't I excited? My heart wasn't beating fast anymore. In fact, I felt quite cool. Drowsy. I shook my head. Oh, it still ached, the aspirin. Why hadn't it stopped my headache? I'd have to take 2 more. I started to the medicine cabinet. Oh! I couldn't walk straight. I opened the cabinet and got out the bottle of aspirin. I'd already taken 5. Why didn't they? No! They weren't aspirin at all. They were sleeping tablets. He tricked me. I'd been drugged. I had to run. Stop him. I was helpless. He won. I got to keep awake. Got to. Yes?
Hello, Ellen?
Yes, who is this?
This is Tom. Where's Charles?
Well, isn't he there? He said he was going to the office.
Oh, I've been trying to get him all night. Even sent a wire.
Oh, no.
Now, Ellen, things aren't as bad as all that. Look, I've known you for 20 years. Think I haven't made mistakes? Sure, wrong. I knew he took that money months ago, and I figured it must have been for a pretty good reason. All I wanted was for Charles to tell me about it. Well, I've already made up for it out of my own pocket, and, well, you would chuck and pay me back whenever you can. He's much more valuable to me than a few dollars. Well, do you hear me, Ellen?
Yes. Yes, Tom, I hear you. He doesn't know that, does he? It's all right. It's all right.
That's why I wanted him to come down. All he had to do was ask me. Well, after all, that's what friends are for. And
oh, got this stuff.
Now, you go to sleep, Ellen. We'll get it all straightened out in the morning. Give Zella a ring one of these days. She's home a lot. Maybe you do.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. It's all right. I've got to tell him.
Information.
What is the number of the Frozen Carbonic Company, please?
Just a moment. It is in your directory. The number is L44892.
Thank you. L44992.
Frozen Carbonic Company.
Hello. This is Mrs. Forrester.
Yes?
My husband is coming down to pick up some dry ice from you. I want you to tell him that I called and said everything was all right. Understand?
Well, lady, your husband picked up the dry ice about 20 minutes ago. Hello? Hello, Mrs. Forrester?
I hear you.
If he comes back, I'll...
Zell. I'll be home, so...
Hello?
Zell, this is Ellen. Is Tom home?
No, he's still at the office, she says.
No matter. I want you to talk to me.
Ellen, do you know what time it is?
No matter what happens, keep talking. Don't let me go to sleep.
Is it a game? Say, you all right?
Please, just talk. Tell me what you've been doing. Tell me everything you did today.
Oh, I had a terribly fascinating day. I got up at 8 and made Tom's breakfast. I got Lola off to school, and at 10:30 I dusted and vacuumed the living room. Then at 12, how are we doing? Ellen? Oh, Ellen.
Ellen, wake up, Ellen.
Charles?
No, it's Tom, Ellen.
What?
Tom, Chuck's boss.
Phil, what are you doing here? Well, you fell asleep while I was talking to you. I tried to call you back. Then when Tom got home, I told him about it.
Well, that
He
can
was-
wait, Zell. Listen, I have to talk fast. Are you awake now, Ellen?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, look, Charles is downstairs. I brought him home. He doesn't know anything about our conversation last night, and he doesn't want you to know that he wasn't at the office. Have you got it?
Where was he?
Well, the police picked him up in his car. I went down to the station and got him. He was so groggy they thought he was drunk. Crazy guy had taken a couple of sleeping pills, put off to the side of the road, and gone to sleep. They noticed his car because the windows were frosted up.
Frosted up?
Yes, all frosted on the outside. The cops couldn't understand. Oh. Come in, Charles. Come on, let's go, Zell.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, darling.
$30,000. You wanted me to have the money. And you were going to die
Hush,
so that...
darling, hush. It just seemed the only way to make things right.
It could never be right without you.
Oh, Ellen, I love you.
I know, darling. I know.
Suspense, presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Rosalind Russell, with John McIntyre as Charles.
Here we are, Hollywood and Vine. Say, I just figured out something. You're Harlow Wilcox.
Right, my friend, and next time I see you, I'll tell you about Autolite Bullseye Seal Beam Headlights, the new safe headlight that's guaranteed to function even when the lens is cracked or broken.
Got him, Mr. Wilcox, got him.
Well, they're unbeatable, just like Autolite spark plugs, and they're only one of more than 400 products made by Autolite for cars, trucks, planes, and boats. These include complete electrical systems used as original equipment on many makes of America's finest cars. Batteries, spark plugs, generators, coils, distributors, starting motors, and bullseye seal beam headlights. All engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're a perfect team. So don't accept electrical parts supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on Autolite original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite. Next Thursday for Suspense, Kirk Douglas will be our star. The play is called Never Steal a Butcher's Wife. And it is, as we say,
a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Tonight's Suspense play was produced and edited by William Spear and directed by Norman MacDonald. Music for Suspense is composed by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Lud Gluskin. Consideration is an original play for radio by Richard Baudra. Rosalind Russell will soon be seen in the Columbia Pictures comedy, A Woman of Distinction.
You can buy Autolite regular or resistor spark plugs, Autolite stay-full batteries, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Suspense. Tonight, Autolite brings you Vamp Till Dead, a suspense play starring Miss Ginger Rogers.
Hello? Sure. Honest. Goodbye.
Sparkling conversation, Harlow.
Well, that's the owner of a new Autolite Stay Full battery, Hap. The battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Oh? Why, sure. You're telling me. Bye.
Harlow, are you speechless?
No, Hap, that's my friend again. He wants me to know his new Autolite Stay Full battery has fiberglass retaining mats protecting every positive plate to help prevent shedding and flaking and keep the power-producing materials in place.
And you said nothing?
Well, there is nothing to say after such a sound statement, Hap. And then he said the Autolite Stay Full battery gives 70% longer life, as proved by tests conducted according to SAE minimum life cycle standards. So, friends, see your neighborhood Autolite battery dealer. and have him install in your car an Autolite Stay Full battery. The battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. And remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with Vamp Till Dead and the performance of Miss Ginger Rogers, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
Your first name, I've forgotten. What did you say it was?
Amy, Mr. Gentry. Amy Watkins.
Amy. Yes. And are you a good secretary, Amy?
Why, you have all of my recommendations, Mr. Gentry. I mailed them to you a week ago.
Oh, yes. To be sure, I must have looked at them or I wouldn't have hired you and had you come all the way from New York now, would I? You never worked for a writer. You think you'll like it here in this big house, working for me?
I hope so, sir.
Sir. Sir. That's very good. Did that politeness come from some secretarial school, or perhaps your dear old mother taught it to you?
No, I know, sir.
Never mind, Amy. As soon as we finish eating, you may unpack, write whoever you have to write, and explain that you are safely here. We start work first thing in the morning.
I'll attend to all that, Mr. Gentry.
What do you think of me?
I beg your pardon?
Me? How do I strike you? What am I? A gentle person, a wit, a profound talent, a buffoon? Tell me, Amy. I'd be interested in your opinion.
Well, I've only known you half an hour, Mr. Gentry.
Then I'll tell you I'm a writer. Amy, do you know what it means to have 1,000,000 words inside of you and not be able to let them out?
No, sir.
It's an utter horror, and that's the way it's been with me for almost a year. But now I'm ready to go back to work again and release those 1,000,000 words. To take them down, that'll be your job.
I'll do my best, Mr. Gentry.
It's not going to be easy, very demanding, Amy. That's why I'm paying you a good salary. I'll make you work when it's working time.
I understand, Mr. Gentry.
Sometimes I feel like working, and sometimes I don't, and sometimes I like carnations on the dinner table, Amy. Very hard to get. Shipping problems in winter like this. Delicate, fragile things.
Yes, they are. But they're my favorite flower.
The cook's name is Jenny. She'll help you find your way around the house, and for heaven's sake, call me Paul, not Mr. Gentry.
Yes, Paul.
Oh, that's better. I suppose you're tired.
Yes, I am. It was a terribly long trip.
You can find your way to your room. Wait a moment, Amy. Wait. First time I've had a good look at you. Can't see by candlelight over a dinner table. Tilt your head toward the lamp. I want to see your face more clearly.
Don't.
Do as I say. You're trembling as I touch your face, Amy. You're frightened.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not at all.
At this instant, you can't decide whether or not I'm a madman. You must need this job very badly.
I want to work for you. I have an invalid father.
I'm not interested in your problems. Don't tell them to me. Amy, it's an assistance to me if people adjust to new situations as quickly as possible. Have you heard about my wife?
No, sir. I haven't.
Well, you will, so I'll tell you. People around here say I killed Mrs. Gentry.
His great black eyes, set deep back in his head, seemed to be laughing at me when he said that, as though he expected me to run from the room and get as far away from him as I could. But I didn't move. Somehow, in that moment, I knew that I wanted to be near him, no matter what he had done.
Good night, Amy.
I went upstairs to my room. I could still hear laughter even after I closed the door. And then, finally it stopped. And I was lying across my bed when I was aware that someone was standing beside me.
He's like that, child. You mustn't mind him.
Why?
It's his way. A way you'll come to know and understand if you remain here and work for him. I'm Jenny, the cook.
Oh, yes. I'm glad to meet you. He said you'd show me around. Somehow I didn't imagine you'd be like this.
Oh, my dear. Well, I find more satisfactory inspiration in serving meals for a fine writer like Paul Gentry than I ever found in the 23 years I taught a high school English class.
Jenny, I'm going to like you.
Don't let him upset you. He really doesn't mean it. He can be as gentle as he is harsh. No one really understands him.
Did Mrs. Gentry understand him?
No, she didn't. She never made an attempt. There's a question in your eyes, Amy.
Was she murdered?
Yes. In that little guest cottage down by the bridge. You can see it from this window.
There? It seems so still and quiet, Jenny. It's hard to realize.
Yes. Happened almost a year ago. I served dinner that night. They argued over something trivial, flowers on the table. Mrs. Gentry ran from the house. A few minutes later, I could hear her playing the piano from that cottage. Some little tune that always infuriated him. The next morning, her body was found slumped over the piano. Her neck was broken. That's all.
Thank you for telling me about it, Jenny.
There was no evidence against Mr. Gentry. No proof. Only hearsay and talk.
I see.
You'll hear that talk from time to time, Evie. Will it disturb you?
No, I don't think so.
Strange.
What?
Your appearance, my dear. It's really quite remarkable how much you resemble Isabel Gentry.
I didn't go right to bed that night. Instead, I slipped out of the house after everything became quiet and followed the path across the bridge to the guest cottage, where she had been murdered. The door was unlocked, and even though it was dark, I found the piano. As I played, I wondered how much of Paul Gentry I might have understood if I had been Isabel. For the next 3 weeks, I took dictation from morning till night. The whole place was geared especially for his return to work. Jenny seemed to be everywhere, bringing in meals at all hours, slipping in and out of rooms silently so as not to disturb anyone. And then one afternoon, when I walked into his study, there was another man standing there beside Paul.
Oh, Amy. It is Al Pender, a local newspaper man. He tried his best to have me indicted for murder.
Oh? How do you do, Mr. Pender?
I'm a celebrity, Amy. Pender wants to interview me about my new book. Why don't you tell him all about it?
I wouldn't want the responsibility, Paul.
You can tell him how bad it is as well as I can.
No, Paul. I couldn't say that about it.
What could you say about it? Anything worthwhile? The dropped eyes, the withdrawal. Isabel used to react the same way when I became angry with her.
Do I remind you of her?
Yes, you remind me of Isabel, of all the things in her that stopped me from writing. How do you like that, Pender? There's a story for you to print.
You want me to print it, Gentry?
I'd kill you if you did.
I'm sorry that I remind you of Isabel, Paul.
Are you, Amy? Are you really? No, I don't think you are. I don't think you are at all.
Well, has he been like this much?
I'd rather not say, Mr. Pender.
Al. I'm glad he left, Amy. I think you're a nice person.
Thank you.
Too nice to work for him. How'd you meet him? How'd you get this job?
I found out he was going back to work and needed a secretary.
Did you know that no one in town would work for him?
Yes, because of Isabel Gentry.
And still you came here.
Yes.
He killed her. Everyone knows it.
It was never proved.
No, because of the technicality. I watched him here with you. He looked at you the same way he used to look at Isabel, with that fury in his eyes.
I know that.
And there's a reason. At times, Amy, you look a great deal like her. That means you're in danger as long as you're around him. He's a madman. He might actually think of you as Isabel.
I want him to think of me as Isabel, in every way possible, every day, every minute. There must be some way to prove he killed her.
Who are you?
I'm Isabel Gentry's sister.
Autolite is bringing you Miss Ginger Rogers with John Hoyt in Vamp Till Dead. Tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
No phone calls, Harlow. I guess I'll start to go.
Well, you'll have plenty of starting power to get going in your car, Hap, with an Autolite Stay Full battery, the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use.
Harlow, you throw those lines so fast, I need a chest protector.
Protection? Why, the Autolite Stay Full battery has over 3 times the liquid protection of batteries without Stay Full features. So, the Stay Full needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use.
Go on, Harlow, and remind me
that the Autolite Stay Full battery has fiberglass retaining mats protecting every positive plate to help reduce shedding and flaking and keep the power-producing materials in place.
How long can this last?
Autolite Stay Full batteries last longer, give 70% longer life, in fact, as proved by tests conducted according to SAE minimum life cycle standards.
Good night, Harlow.
Yes, friends, it's a good night to join the legion of lads and lassies who've latched on to an Autolite Stay Full battery, the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. See your neighborhood Autolite battery dealer. And remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Miss Ginger Rogers in Elliot Lewis's production of Vamp Till Dead, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
For the next few days, Paul Gentry threw himself into his work with a vicious sort of concentration and purpose. But his efforts were all in vain. His writing seemed to go from bad to worse. The stories were twisted, perverse, distorted studies in human behavior. The women were inevitably deceitful, the men tortured and driven to insane rages.
Terrible. Terrible! Not a word, not a single word in the whole mess that's printable at all.
Perhaps you're trying too hard, working too hard, Paul.
How can you accomplish anything worthwhile if you only half try?
I'll ask Jenny to bring us some coffee.
I don't want any coffee. I don't want anything. Maybe I expect too much, want too much, need too much. What is it that's the matter with me? What is it? Tell me, tell me.
I can't tell you, Paul. I don't understand you.
You don't even try, Isabel. You... Why do you smile?
You just called me Isabel.
I did. Well, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. It was an accident.
Yes, Paul, of course it was. It was an accident. For the first time since I had met him, Paul Gentry was confused, and it was the confusion I'd been hoping for. I began to do everything the way I had remembered Isabel. I wore her favorite perfume. I held my head to one side and smiled the way she used to. I started dropping her expressions in my speech. I wasn't sure all the time whether I was torturing him or he was torturing himself. But unconsciously, he began to think of me as Isabel. Even Jenny noticed it.
Amy!
Oh, I didn't notice you coming, Jenny.
What are you doing? Here in the cottage.
Practicing?
It was the little melody she used to play. He's been calling you by her name, hasn't he?
No, it's probably because his mind is on his work, and an old habit is difficult to break. When you're not thinking about it.
You fixed your hair the way she used to wear it.
Have I? I often put it up like this. Do you think my hair would really bother him, Jenny?
Oh, it's hard to tell. The poor man. She was such a part of his life. I guess he can't quite give her up even yet.
Oh, maybe it'd be better if he didn't even try. A memory is sometimes a wonderful thing.
Not hers. There was something about her that killed his inspiration to create and left him with a feeling only to destroy. And he's done a good job, starting with himself.
His writing is very bad. What do you think I could do to help him?
Leave. Because no one can help him but himself.
But if he's going to write, he needs me.
Do you want to go through life with a picture in your mind of man being eaten alive by the acids that are burning inside of him?
Jenny, Why do you stay?
Oh, I'm like his death for the chair he sits on, just a piece of furniture doing a job. He doesn't think about me one way or the other. Someday I'll be able to see him get back to writing the way he used to.
You mean without her?
Yes.
Do you think he killed her, Jenny?
That's something I don't dare think about, Amy.
I thought about it. In the days that followed, Paul's work went from bad to worse, and so did his temper. He was unmanageable most of the time. Then his headaches finally came upon him and couldn't work for hours at a time. He would sit in his chair, drinking and staring at me. Just staring. Sometimes I expected him to leap out of his chair and beat me to death. And other times I was afraid he was going to fall on his knees and throw his arms around me, begging forgiveness. I knew he was almost ready to break the day he went into a rage and started throwing things around his study. I left the house and walked down to the bridge. I was only alone for a minute.
Hello, Amy. I heard all kinds of noise in the house. What's going on?
Suppose I ask you what's going on. You seem to be keeping a pretty close watch on me. Why?
I call it humanity. Call it what you like. I don't want anything to happen to you.
Is that the only reason?
No. I want to be around when he breaks up completely.
Are you sure it's just humanity? Or trying to catch a murderer? Looks more like a campaign of personal revenge.
I said call it what you like. But if you stick around here another minute, you're out of your mind.
Suppose I told you I wasn't worried about myself.
And I'd say you're crazy. You're in more trouble than Isabel was. He's going to go. And when he goes, nothing or nobody around him is going to be safe.
Al, I'm going to tell you something. Isabel used to write to me, and she was pretty frank. She told me about a newspaper man she was interested in. Could you be that newspaper man?
How many of them do you think there are in this town?
Is it because you loved Isabel that you want to see her murderer caught? Or would you just like to sacrifice Paul Gentry because he was married to her when you wanted her?
All right. So I knew your sister. There were very few young men in this town who didn't. She didn't like living here. She didn't like Paul Gentry. She didn't like this lousy small town.
Then why didn't she get out?
You can't walk when you're dead.
I mean before.
Because she was afraid of him. Cowed by him, mentally beaten down by his peculiar form of sadism.
You really hate him, don't you?
Look, I brought you something. This gun.
What do I want that for?
Because if you're foolish enough to stay on in that house, you need some protection.
But not a gun.
Everything's on your side, Amy. The first time he comes at you, let him have it. No jury in this town would ever do a thing to you.
I came here to get proof that Paul Gentry killed my sister. And I want him to pay for it, under the law. It seems to me that you want me to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Take it, you little fool. He's dynamite. What did you come here for, to play games? Take it. Hurry up, put it in your pocket.
All right.
And are you aware that this land belongs to me? What are you doing on it?
Talking to her. What does it look like?
Paul, please.
How many times do I have to tell you to leave my wife alone? Your wife? It's bad enough that I have to tolerate you in public places. But this land is private, and it's mine. Go on, get off it while you can still walk. And Isabel, you get back to the house where you belong.
I ran back and locked myself in my room. Downstairs, I heard Paul moving around in his study. Then I heard a bottle crash against the wall. And then his heavy steps coming up the stairway. And then, suddenly, before I could do anything, he was standing in my doorway.
Isabel! Isabel!
Paul, come to me.
Isabel, why did you make me do it?
Why did you do it, Paul?
I couldn't help myself. It was those men all the time, especially Amy. Isabel's dead. You're Amy. Why do you keep making me think that you're Isabel?
Please let me go, Paul.
What's this all about, Amy?
Let me go, Paul.
All right. A few weeks ago, you came here and began talking and acting like her. Or is it my imagination? Maybe I'm going crazy.
Paul, I think it's mostly your imagination. Maybe I happen to be a little like her.
No, there's something more to it than that. Something I can't figure out. Something in the air or inside of me. I don't know what it is. But I do know one thing. Another week of this and Amy, why don't you leave here while it's safe?
I think it is safe, Paul.
You weren't afraid of me the way you were that first night. You weren't afraid of what I might do to you.
No, Paul, I'm not afraid. If you really want me to go, I will. I'd rather stay. I want to be close to you. Closer to you than anybody in this world has ever been.
I don't want you to go, Amy. Ever. I love you.
I know. You love me the same way you once loved her. Isn't that so?
Yes, Amy, that's so. And I want you to marry me.
Of course, Paul. Of course. I've always wanted to be your wife.
Amy.
I let him kiss me then, hoping he wouldn't feel the gun in my pocket. I knew that very soon I might have to use it. The next evening, when we came back from the Wedding License Bureau, he planned a wonderful dinner for two. The table was beautiful with candles and flowers and expensive silver. When I walked into the dining room, I was dressed in the perfect image of my sister, as I remembered her.
Isabel, you never look more beautiful.
Thank you, Paul.
Your chair.
Thank you.
We are having roast mallard duck. I shot them myself and kept them in the deep freeze.
Are you ready for dinner, Mr. Gentry?
Yes, Jenny.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jenny, use the large soup bowls, please, for Isabel.
I understand, sir.
I know you prefer them, darling.
Yes.
Something wrong, Isabel?
Paul, I just noticed. You have carnations on the table.
Why, yes.
You know I don't like carnations, Paul. I don't like them at all.
Isabel, they were all I could get. I'm afraid you'll have to like them, darling.
I don't have to like anything. Have Jenny take them off the table.
Now, see here.
You'll either get rid of them, or I won't eat dinner with you. Do you hear me?
Then don't eat dinner with me, my dear. I'd like it better that way. Then I won't have to look at your bored, critical face all the time. Isabel, come back here. Come back here.
I rushed out the door and down toward the cottage. And then I remembered it had been a year to the night that Isabel had died. And then I was in the cottage where it had happened, sitting at the piano, playing her tune. I sat there waiting. I knew that I would hear steps first, then a door. But I heard nothing. Nothing but the wind outside. And then I heard the steps. You! Oh, no! Don't! Oh, no!
Amy, are you all right?
Yes, I had to do it this way. I had to.
Don't try to talk to me, Amy. It's all right.
Stay where you are, Pender, or I'll blow your head off.
You're wrong, Paul. It wasn't me.
Paul, darling. She was the one.
Jenny.
She tried to kill Amy the same way she killed Isabel. She thought Amy was going to take you away from her.
Oh, Amy, my darling, I'm sorry you had to go through this.
Oh, Paul, do you know who I am? Who I really am?
Yes, I know you're not Isabel. I've known all along. I had to pretend as you pretended.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul, for the pain I've caused you.
It's all over, my darling. Ended.
Yes, Paul. It's all over. Isabel is truly dead.
presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Ginger Rogers.
Friends, this is Harlow Wilcox again. I'd just like to remind you that you're always right with the more than 400 products made by Autolite for cars, trucks, planes, and boats in 28 plants from coast to coast. These include complete electrical systems used as original equipment on many leading makes of America's finest cars. Electric windshield wipers, starting motors, voltage regulators, coils, distributors, wire and cable, generators, all engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're a perfect team. So, friends, don't accept electrical parts supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. And because all Autolite parts are original factory parts, you can be sure you're right, because you're always right with Autolite.
Next week on Suspense, Miss Eve Arden as star of The Well-Dressed Corpse. And in weeks to come, you will hear such famous stars as Ezio Pinza, Paul Douglas, and James Stewart, all appearing in tales well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Suspense is produced and directed by Elliott Lewis, with music composed by Lucian Moraweck and conducted by Lud Bluskin. Vamp Till Dead was written for Suspense by E. Jack Newman and John Michael Hayes. Included in tonight's cast were John Hoyt, Jeanette Nolan, and Ed Max. Ginger Rogers is soon to be seen in the Universal International picture The Groom Wore Spurs.
And remember, next week on Suspense, Miss Eve Arden in The Well-Dressed Corpse.
Buy Autolite Stay-Full batteries, Autolite Standard Type or Resistor Type spark plugs, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.